Hey guys, welcome to TCR, the Crouch Ranch. I'm Sid.
I'm Mike.
And today we're going to talk about last minute gift ideas and some cool things that you can do for your kids and your family for Christmas on a little tiny budget. So I love a bargain, number one.
I was a bargain.
You were a bargain. I don't know about that actually. But one of the things as a mom that a lot of moms try to do is to save money during the holidays. And so we usually start, I think I can speak for the majority of us moms out there, that we usually start in about August. Start kind of getting little things here and there for the family, or making mental notes of so-and-so mentioned they like this, and start kind of a hoarding pile somewhere hidden in the back of our closet or in the spare room.
Now, dads out there and husbands, I know that you guys wait until the last minute, the day before,
right,
or the day before, and you're normal.
Yeah, but us moms, we're planners, and that's what we do. So that being said, this year was a little bit of a whirlwind for us. There was a lot going on, and let's just say that my calculations were slightly off in the amount of things that I got for the tiny human.
Like, you got her too much or not enough?
Like, I didn't get her things that I thought I did. Like, I mentally shopped, but I never completed the transaction, so they were not in my stash. And so, yeah. So, because I really don't like shopping that much. So it was kind of like oh, yeah, I'm going to get her that. And then it didn't happen. So one of the things that we implemented last year was somewhere in my travels, I had heard somebody mention doing a scavenger hunt for Christmas. And I thought, what a cool idea. You hide all the presents and you don't have to wrap them. So you don't have to worry about, the waste that you create with all the bags or the wrapping paper and having to go buy it and all of that. You simply write out a little clue, and we had as many of you might have in your home, you might have a little elf on the shelf that, makes its last appearance on, Christmas Eve, and then leaves, that night. And
I'm so happy to see him go. I know. Till next year.
Yeah, till next year. In place of where our elf was in the last time, there was a note left. And the cool thing was that this note was from Santa. And so, which is what, we had kind of worked this out in advance with Santa and the elf. That what we did was that, of course, Santa's letter that was left initially earmarked the first clue. And so then the rest of the clues, Mom and Dad took care of hiding the rest of our gifts after Santa's gift was found, and all of that happened. So Frankie loved it. She thought that was the coolest thing. I loved it because I didn't have to wrap gifts all night. It was kind of fun to find, places to hide the things that we got her. And it was just a fun little extra activity to do.
And frankly, I thought it was super cool that we didn't go buy wrapping paper, bows, Scotch tape,
right,
and then throw them away.
Right. Yes, it looks pretty to have all that stuff under your tree, but what kind of memories are you making going on these scavenger hunts? Like, how fun is that? And it's great. She loved it. We loved it. And, I'm big on let's be good stewards and let's not make a lot of extra waste when we don't need to. So plus that stuff's not cheap. I mean, even at the dollar store, you're getting, one bag for $1 or whatever. And, it adds up in a hurry if you're wrapping a lot of little things. So that's my tip as far as that goes. Another thing that I like to do is, in part of that scavenger hunt, is I'll get like a pack of like note cards or something, or stationery or whatever I have laying around, and I'll write, this card entitles Frankie to pick a movie date for the family, and depending on, your family's budget or whatever, it could be, we're gonna go and you get to pick, if we get popcorn or what snacks we get to bring or whatever. Your card would be, a family game night. You get to pick the game we're going to play and what snack we're going to make as a family together.
No drinking games.
No drinking games. Another idea is, again, depending on your budget, you can scale this how you need to, but, we're going to go into town and go play putt-putt golf, or we're going to go bowling, or the activity of your choice. Another fun one that I have thought to include, especially maybe if your kid has been a little bit, I don't want to say bad, but maybe you've had a little bit of a tougher year with your kid, behavior-wise.
Have we?
We haven't.
Okay.
We're lucky. She's a really good kid.
I was going to say, I didn't know. Maybe you did.
No, she's a really good kid. But another idea I thought of, which you can incorporate skewed however you kind of like, depending on your kid. But another thing that's important to instill in them is kind of giving back. And so one of the cards can be, we're going to find an activity as a family, and we're going to go, feed at the shelter one day, or we're going to go volunteer to help hand out at the clothing drive at a local church or charity, and that you're going to do this as a family. And you can, if your kid's been acting up a little bit, this is a good thing that you can say, that, in lieu of coal, or in lieu of, your mom and dad not getting you gifts, we want to show you that you need to be grateful for what you do have.
And it's a reality check.
It is.
Guys. I mean, it may be seem like a little bit of a bummer to the kid, but once she or he goes and gets involved and is back there in the soup kitchen, serving or peeling potatoes or whatever, they will feel good.
Right.
And just to throw something in there for those of y'all that are on some level preppers, we have a lot of prep food on the shelf that has 20 and 30 year shelf life, but we also have a lot that we got from like Food for Less or wherever that was 99-cent cans or 89-cent cans, and those have an expiration date on them. So be looking through those expiration dates and rotating that stock, and either eating it yourselves, or if you've got a pallet of corn that's coming up on that date, replace it with a new one and take that with you to the shelter or the soup kitchen.
Yeah, or whatever charity that you find in your area. I mean, it's a great thing to, get involved and give back. We did TCR Gives Back, that we're going to continue to do every year. And, where we were able to really help some transitioning vets. And that's an awesome thing. And Frankie helped with that. And she was very involved in what went into making that. And in fact, I'm going to be posting a video of her and I shopping and getting everything organized and talking about doing that a little bit, sort of the behind the scenes of what we did. And hopefully that inspires you guys to do something in your area too. So that's just another thing that you can add that literally costs you nothing. That's a good thing for your kid, because ultimately we want our kids to grow up to be good human beings. We want our kids to care about other people and the world and their environment and what's around them. And if you breed negativity and, the incessant need for the hottest, newest toy, then you're feeding that monster. Let's feed a different monster. Let's feed the monster that makes our kids really good, capable, loving, responsible little human beings. Like, that's a better goal. And that's not to say that we don't give our kid like toys or something that she really wants, but it's not at the level of excess that I do see out there, or that you see advertised that you're supposed to live up to this expectation.
This family time spent on things like the scavenger hunt have more value to them than a toy that cost $100. That family time spent. I mean, Frankie just spent an hour and a half digging in the dirt with me in the compost pile and finding grub worms, and it was a lot of fun. It was more fun than an hour and a half spent playing with a toy. Right. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, and there's lots of things, depending on if you're, maybe you live on a farm like we do, or maybe you live in an apartment, there's lots of things together that you can do. Let them, one of the cards can be, pick a recipe that you've been wanting to try on Pinterest, and we're going to make it for the family together. Fun things like that. Gear it towards your kid. If your kid's really outdoorsy, say, I'm going to take you to the lake that you've been wanting to go to try fishing at, or I'm going to take you whatever it is. You know, gear it towards your finances, gear it towards your kids' interests, but include it as family time, because that is a gift, and that is what this season is about, is family and friends and togetherness and spending that time together. It's not just about who can whip their presents open the fastest, and then it's just a pile of paper and mess and nobody really knows. It's just a big blur. So guys, that's it. There's some tips for you to do a fun family Christmas on a budget. That's last minute when you can't get out to go shopping or don't want to. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications. And thank you to all our Patreons for your continued support. Don't forget to check the link down below and check out the Patreon channel if you haven't already joined.